I didn't have money to launch my book, so I figured out how to do it for less than $100. If you're broke but determined to publish, here's exactly how I did it. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, The Writing Desk Diaries. I'm Danny, the person behind Lovell Books, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Okay, today I'll be sharing my first writerly thought by answering this question. Can you launch a pro-level book for $0? Yes, I think you can publish a pro-level book for $0 or less than $100. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Books.buy, platforms like that all have free ISBNs. If you can't purchase your ISBN from Booker, that's a good alternative until you're able to purchase your own ISBN. I'll make sure to put Booker's link in the description. What about editors? So editors are very costly, and I think if you don't have the budget to afford an editor, self-publishing is the route to take. Hey guys, I'm just popping in real quick. I realized I said self-publishing and I meant self-editing. It's been a long night. Please judge my head and not my heart. Let's get back to the video. I know some authors say don't use certain AI tools like Grammarly or things like that. But I think if you don't have any other option, then what are you supposed to do, right? So I'm not opposed to Grammarly, but you have to check Grammarly because Grammarly isn't always right, especially when you're writing fiction. I also suggest reading your manuscript out loud chapter by chapter. This helps you hear how you're pacing your story and catch any rhythm issues. Create an overused word list and attack them with a vengeance. This list is so helpful in helping catch those crutch words or phrases you may be using all the time. Honestly, cry a little because editing is, in my opinion, the worst part of the process, especially when you have to do it yourself. I just want to write. I'll go deeper into my personal editing process in future videos if that helps others. Beta readers. If you're able to get beta readers that you don't have to spend a lot of money on, amen. I know there are some Facebook groups that you can utilize asking if they offer beta reading for no fee. If you have friends that can be impartial, I'd ask them if they don't mind beta reading for you. My friend read my first manuscript, and usually I lean on her to read some of my others, but she doesn't read in every genre. So I do have another friend who likes romance, and she'll read my romance novels for me. Basically, if you have people who will read for you and can provide an unbiased opinion, use them. Okay, book covers. So I use Canva for my book covers. I use their graphics and I use their photos. I'll remove backgrounds in certain ones if I just want to grab a certain element from that particular photo. I think Canva is a good resource. I know there are other platforms that people may use, but that's the one I typically use. Now I'm going to say this very gently. If you can avoid using AI to create your book cover, please do. I strongly encourage you to create them yourself in Canva using one of their templates. There's so much AI discourse right now and zero empathy for those of us who can't pay for someone to create our covers. Just think about it this way. Create a simple visually appealing cover in Canva, and then when you do have the money to pay an artist to create a cover for you, you can always launch an updated version of your book with a new cover, maybe on its anniversary or something like that. And I actually will be talking about the AI discourse in a future video. It'll probably be a part of my controversial takes, so that should be an interesting one. Okay, next, let's move on. So if you're unsure how to structure your manuscript, KDP has some free interior templates of various sizes and languages, so those are really helpful. I think when you're getting started, at least. But you can also create your own if you know the margins, page size, indents, spacing, things like that. I would just ensure you make sure that when you're done with one section, like the title, you do a page break. Copyright information, page break. Dedication, page break, so on and so forth. Okay, so if you don't have a website designer or the money to purchase a subscription to something like Hostinger or Squarespace, or any of those platforms, I'm going to suggest using Canva's website builder because it's free. It's simple. It gives you creative control like a Squarespace or Hostinger would. The only thing I think is a downside would be the pages are static, so you can't hide a page and then hyperlink to it. It automatically goes to the top as a navigation bar. So that's the only downside. But if it works until you're able to pay for a website host, then I think this is the best option. Okay, so not everybody is a marketing major. Go figure. So you'll have to create your own marketing strategy, which I know isn't easy, especially for indie authors who have never done it before, and that's not your area of expertise. But you can make every social post, every book graphic, every promo in Canva. I suggest downloading the content calendar or creating your own content calendar. Writing down, typing out when you're going to be scheduling content through your socials. You can batch content, upload, and then schedule. I think this is the easiest way and hopefully less stressful way to get your content out there. I'll say it again, develop a content calendar. Map out your posts for launch and beyond your launch using the free templates that are out there. I'll link to a template that I use in case anybody would like to repurpose it. I hope you found this information helpful. I know it was a quick overview, but if anyone would like for me to go deeper into a certain part of the publishing process that I covered or that I didn't cover, let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for being here. I hope you'll stick around so we can learn and grow together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, happy creating.